Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne and you're watching MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. I want to thank you so much for all the support that you're giving me. It means everything to me and it is so, well, it brings a lot of passion and appreciation for what you're doing. So I'm going to just explain really quickly. This is my first day with my new series, and what it's going to be about is about the compatibility with the two signs of the day, and then reading from the tarot and some oracle messages for the two of them for the month of June 2020. Today is June 4th, 2020. So we're still in Gemini season, so happy birthday, Geminis. Oh, what a season. Yes, but a lot of changes coming through. So this is going to be very general, and I'm going to it could change as I'm going along. You know, I might tweak it in some places, but predominantly, I'm going to explain a little bit about each sign that I pick for the day. And then I'm going to, like I said, go into the readings for the couple that I'm picking. The simple reality is I'm going to toss my dice on my beautiful astrology wheel right in front of you. So every day it'll be new to me as to who I'm going to be reading about. But I do also want to say that it will be specifically for the sun signs of each sign that is chosen on the wheel. So let's start, okay? I'm excited. I want to do this. All my life as an astrologist, 40 plus years, this was my main incredible passion and focus was why people resonate, why are we in each other's lives? What is it that attracts certain people more than others? You know, it just was fascinating. And then through years of study and documentation, literally, and just the stars and the planets guiding me and everybody through our lives, so much information has come to the forefront. So you can delve so much deeper into this, but we'll keep it simple and then maybe go into more depth series as I go along. So today's couple will be, whoa, that's one. It actually both went on both. Okay. We have the signs of Aries and Virgo. All right. So this is the love reading for the sign of Aries and Virgo. I'm going to set this aside. Interesting. I'm kid you not. This was just brought up with a friend of mine yesterday. So, you know, you have signs that are with each other that, I mean, everybody can get along with everybody. That's the reality. There's just certain people that we have this incredible connection with, this attraction to, this soul, and literally a soul mate that enters our lives, and it's like none other. It changes us forever, and so on and so forth. But the combination of Aries, the fire, and the Virgo, which is earth, is not a readily and commonly known combination, and yet it works, and I'll explain why. We'll start with Aries. Aries, you are a fire sign. You are the first sign in the zodiac. You are the element of fire. You are a cardinal sign. So what that means in a nutshell is you have motivation and you're inspiring, you are innovative, you have this passion and desire to move, to start, to initiate. You being a cardinal sign is an initiation sign, so it's like it's always representing the beginning of each season. You start the zodiac horoscope by starting in March, the end of March and April. So in astrology, that's actually the beginning of the year versus January. But you also start the beginning because you're starting in spring. And then Cancer being a cardinal for the beginning of summer. Libra being a cardinal sign, the beginning of fall. And the last one, what is that? Capricorn being the cardinal sign because it's the beginning of winter. So we have all of the cardinals representing the seasons, the beginnings, the new, the initiative, the almost the childlike, you know, open heart. Let's try this. Let's see what the naivete aspect of it, I guess. That was hard to say. So I love and appreciate the fiery part of Aries very, very much. So if you want someone in your life, and clearly the Virgos do, who's going to bring some fire and excitement to your life, you got the right person. Now we go on to Virgo. Virgo is the earth element. Virgo is, I want to say, oh my gosh, I'm definitely feeling it is the mutable. I will double check that. Forgive me if I'm mistaking that, but I believe that is one of the mutable signs. And the other aspect of Virgo is that you are what they consider the virgin. You have this beautiful purity, innocence, and desire to be an incredible helper. To you're hardworking, you're grounded, you're very in tune with nature. I would say most Virgos I've ever met are very, very interested in the natural pathway of medicines. Not all, this is general. You love working in gardens, you love the earth, you love the soil. I mean, figuratively and literally, you are a grounded earth sign. Now, what do you think? Talk about opposites attracting. We have the fire and the passion and the let's go for it, the impulsion, you know, just I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to think about it later, maybe have to redo it. That's all good. You have the earth that's stable and regimented and reliable and loyal to the end, accountable, sometimes really, I mean, overly hardworking. I would say on the borderline workaholic. And together you can see where one would absolutely fill or complete, as they like to say, the other, because of the missing elements. That in itself is why people a lot of times are attracted. They know, other than physical, which is, you know, a lust, and that's a given. And regardless of all the astrology information and things that I've read, it can never take the place of physical attraction, but astrology accounts for that as well. And everyone knows what that means for them. It's a very individual thing. But in this particular coupling, it works because there's determination on both, in both elements. There is the idea that the fiery kind of passionate, almost sometimes loss of maybe control, you know, fire bursts, but they forgive and let go easily, and they're able to just restart again. The Virgo can be the calming influence on that temperament, you know, and the fiery part. It can also be the one that would be the last to make a change, not really favoring change too much. So it's really, like I say, it's a beautiful complementary relationship. Now, the other aspect I want to say before I start reading your actual reading for the month and your love connection for June is that the sun is what I'm reading, the sun of Aries and Virgo. However, I can tell you in everything I've ever studied and come to realize, if you take the time and you're interested, and I think you would be, and you click on either astro.com or cafeastrology.com to bring up your own natal chart, your own personal natal chart, and you click in the number as to exactly the time you were born. You can get a chart without that, but it's so important for what I'm leading to say, is that if you know the sun between the two of you, the moon, the rising or ascendant, and the Venus, you're going to understand everything you absolutely need to know about why you two work, why you don't, and what needs to be worked on to create a long-lasting relationship. I do want to say, though, any kind of Virgo or Earth sign, they're in it forever. I mean, they're not in it to leave. I feel there's an incredible loyalty with Aries, and as long as they're being loved and they're being appreciated and recognized, like with most people, but particularly Aries, it's a long, long-lasting relationship. I wouldn't say Aries are easy to rope, if you will, or to convince on a really quick basis as far as anything really permanent right away. It would probably take some time on both parts, I would say. But it is a loving and devoted and very passionate combination. But check out those other aspects, because that is, I would even enter in Mercury, because when Mercury, the planet of communication, enters into each sign, if you have a compatibility there, that's going to be, I would say, more than half of your battles that you'll have to be challenged with, as we all do in relationships. The ability to communicate with each other and laugh and respect is the most important, and have similar moon kind of passions and ideas and connection there is it's invaluable. So hopefully that gave you some information you may already know, and maybe gave you a little bit more, I would hope. And so we'll go on with the reading. I'm going to do just 2 or 3 of the tarot definitions of how the month will play out for the two of you as a couple. And bear in mind, we're in full retrograde season. By the end of the month, we'll have 6 planets fully in retrograde, including Mercury, which will definitely affect communication and transportation. So be careful in how you're communicating again with each other, and there might be more of a sensitivity to that. So just, and if you love each other, you'll work through anything. But it's important to know. And then we have 2 eclipses. Tomorrow, the 5th of June, will be the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. This is going to be very, very prevalent as far as changes and transformations, and you guys can work through these together. You can be stronger through these eclipses. Right now, a lot of us are questioning many, many things, but the eclipse in Sagittarius is going to bring truth. It's going to bring answers to light, and it's going to be a fabulous, fabulous change for all of us. And I know it seems hard to believe at times, but we're already in it. And I know we know what we're speaking of and what I'm speaking of, because this is a collective time like none other that I've experienced in my life. So stand true and stand strong with each other, work with each other. And then the next eclipse will be on the 21st, first day of summer. And that's going to have to do with our relationships and our passions and our love and our devotion to each other. So let me pull, like I said, a few tarot cards for you for the month. This is a beautiful deck. I've borrowed a couple of decks because I thought, let's spice it up. Let's get some newness. It's part of that new transformation coming through and being home without working and wanting to continue and evolve with this channel. I have the OK Tarot, the simple deck for everyone. So isn't that cute? In case you want to know. And so we're going to pull 2 or 3 cards. What do we have to say for all of the Aries and Virgo relationships for the month of June 2020? You know what? Let's do it this way. How's that? If something pops out, that always tells me, but if not, I've been shuffling for a while. See where it leads us. And may I say that I just admire and appreciate, even if this isn't romantic, but it is meant to be love. It can certainly be with friendships, family members, people you're working with, people you feel that really strong bond and connection with. So that's a form of love too. It doesn't always have to be about boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. Whoa, what do we have? I'm going to pull 3, I think. I just feel yeah, that was right. Oh my goodness. Fantastic. Let me read to you and show you what we have for your love reading for the month of June. The first card is the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Well, that's the earth element. So that's really relating to you, Virgo, Tauruses, or Capricorns. And so being as it's relating to your element, it's going to affect the 2 of you. And you've got the Ace. I mean, my gosh, beginnings. I just said tomorrow especially. But predominantly, I would say the new moon eclipse in Cancer is going to be very revealing and very positive. I want to say it depends a lot on variables and where your planetary other aspects are. But the new moons, for the most part, represent the new and the important and the ideas coming to fruition. This has to do with money. There's new ideas and support and passion between the 2 of you. You're obviously helping each other. You're getting new information about it. It's about the practical parts, and money comes first and foremost. That's the message I got, in addition to the traditional meaning. But it's saying that there's new sources of money coming through. There's new possible ideas in ways to create a better financial flow for yourselves. And maybe each of you are contributing by just the two of you together joining forces is helping to, cut down on costs. There's always power in numbers, right? I really recognize that now more than ever. So I love that. That is so beautiful for June. And I don't even know how more I could express to you that the changes with eclipses, they can bring in incredibly fast endings and beginnings. And the endings are going to be, whether we like it or not, they're going to be things that are going to leave our lives and will never come back in the same way again. And yes, that has some intensity to it when I say that. And it can mean that. But I also know that we're already having experienced that. Recognize that maybe in the end, that is really going to be for the betterment, I mean, that's what the astrology and the guidance we receive every day is really about. It's not to harm us, it's quite the contrary. To love us, to love ourselves, to love our relationships, and to grow stronger and to learn more, and to keep us from being complacent and doing the same thing over and over, to continue to thrive in our lives. And both of these signs, you being Virgo, and you love that. I mean, you might be very comfortable, Virgo, in one particular area of your life, but it doesn't mean you can't add new dimensions to what you've already done. That doesn't have to end that particularly, so I don't want to create that kind of a feeling or concern in you. But it's beautiful. I don't even know what else I need to say. It's the ace, it's the hand, it's the palm, it's money, it's strength, and foundation is strong that way, and new beginnings, new interesting information about that. The next card is the Queen of Pentacles, so there you go. Boy, you're really coming through, Virgo. I'm feeling like in the reading for right now, the emphasis is on you. There seems to be a large component on your energy. We have two of the planets. We had heavy, beautiful Capricorn influences this whole year and will to the end of the year. But right now, the two planets, Pluto and Jupiter in Capricorn, are in retrograde along with the other retrogrades. So the energy diminishes a bit. Nevertheless, it is the earth sign. So you've got the Queen, and that's you. You are the strong and dependable and loving and nurturing. I feel like you're bringing a lot of love to your relationship. You want to see it flourish. You want to be there. You want to feel the security between the two of you. And I feel like you're really emanating that. So if this is a beginning of a relationship and it's at a distance, I trust that it'll be very, very strong regardless of the constraints that we're going through. It'll just be a slower moving relationship, which will then last through the test of time. There's no need to rush, right? And with the slowing down of the energies, I can see that being very, very prominent, but I love it because it's beautiful and it's grounded in the real aspects of love, the communication's right, the energy feels good, the connection, the chemistry, as I spoke of. Beautiful, beautiful love energy, and predominantly something that I think the Virgo in this relationship is really predominant in. Maybe in the money, maybe you're making more money, And by the way, the female doesn't have to be the Virgo, or the female doesn't have to be the Aries, and vice versa. It can be either one of those, It could be the Aries, that's the female, and the male being the Virgo. So there's no gender assignment to the two signs that I've chosen. The next is going to be the Nine of Swords. lot of thoughts between, you know, what's happening in the world. We've got the air element of swords, which is absolutely cerebral and continual thoughts and ways to work through situations that have been extremely strifeful and conflicting interest and information predominantly. I wouldn't say between you two as a couple, but just trying to sort through it all and recognize what's truth, what isn't. That's going to be brought to light, boy, with these eclipses. Trust me on that. So if you have information that's being withheld, if you are questioning the justice being served, it's coming to the forefront, and it will be. That is a predominant energy with the air quality and the swords. They cut through the cloudy baloney that's out there, and they get right to the source of the matter, and it's all about justice. It's about institutions that will help and bring forth the light. So it's not necessarily between the two of you, but the two of you are very inquisitive and very interested in knowing the truth, as we all are. The Nine of Swords is the last bit of information that you're going to need leading towards the 10, which then starts the new cycle, because the 10 becomes the 1. So all of the confusion is going to be wiped away in June, and you'll have a better base and a feeling of, okay, now I know where I can go, how to move forward. Not that it'll be quickly moving forward, but you really have a clear indication as a couple, as a strong bond, you know, between the two of you. And the communication, if it has been affected in your relationship, maybe you're together a lot more than you were, and, you know, tempers are a little bit offset because of the pressures. You know, I mean, it's understandable, right? It's fleeting. This is an error. Air is very movable, and it changes, you know, as quickly as fire in a way. So that's going to be okay too. It's in the last stages if there was some difficulty or miscommunication of any kind. Or you're involved, the two of you have somebody in your families or in your circle that are Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, which is what the element of air in the astrological signs represents. But I like it. Like I said, the 9 is the last portion of that, the last aspect that's keeping you at night, you know, up at night wondering what exactly is going on here. You know, that's ending. And the last card I'm going to pull for you is just, it's so beautiful. It kind of makes me emotional, really. Queen of Cups. Well, that's the water element. That is passion, and that is love, and that is commitment. And that is the water element. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. We have the, like I said, the new moon eclipse on the 21st in Cancer. So you're already actually feeling. You're feeling, even though tomorrow is the full moon, bringing to light the truth of circumstances that need to change, that will change. I mean, it's just going to be done, and it's not even like we have a say. It's just, we're going to be given information, and we're going to accept it, and we're going to move forward with it. And then the passion and love that we've put towards our relationship, our aspirations, you know. The Queen is about love. It's about absolute passion and devotion. I feel like the two of you might be actually working in, and have been working, and you're definitely in the public, and you are just continually giving. There's a lot of reciprocation, but there's giving. You're going out, you're just trying to help as much as you can. Your hearts are full with each other, but as a unit, you're together working and helping as the collective at this time. But very beautiful, very love oriented. So that's a gorgeous, gorgeous reading for you. And staying strong, being true to your relationship, going the extra mile, taking it slow if it's new, that's okay. Let's go into the couple of beautiful oracles I love to use. One being the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, for that information that will help to guide you even further and inspire you And know that you are always, always divinely watched and protected, even when it doesn't feel like it. And this is just for you and your relationship, to bring more empowerment to your love and your connection. And we have the Rainbow Prince, compensation and perseverance. Woo-hoo-hoo! I would say that goes very well with the resonance of the reading, because like I said, the Ace of Pentacles is compensation, baby. With the Queen of Pentacles, meaning yes, things are coming through. There's the Virgo aspect there. And then perseverance, you two are all about that. I mean, that's why you hang together, because you want to continue. You're not quitters. Absolutely not. So let me read to you from the book what it says specifically for the Rainbow Prince. And it's number 26. Oh my gosh, 2 plus 6 in numerology represents 8. And 8 is absolute prosperity. It is abundance, but it's manifestation, and it's just this incredibly successful, powerful number, one of the most powerful numbers in the numerology. So let's read it. When the Rainbow Prince appears as your ally, he reminds you about the law of compensation and the law of receiving. After the rainstorm you've endured on your journey, the Rainbow Prince brings you a pot of gold, which is the result of you using all the elements of your inner light and reaching into the sky until you touch the material realm from one end to the other. This isn't always an easy process, and hard work must be rewarded by compensation, which of course you both are very capable of and have been doing. When you align yourself with the energy of giving, the highest value, your compensation is inherent and in the act itself. But the message here is more than that. The Rainbow Prince says to keep your sights on the sky after the rainstorms that may have upset your life. Follow your bliss to the pot of gold waiting for you. Perseverance pays off, and your reward will be greater than you can imagine. Well, I love that for you. You absolutely, like it says, deserves it. You have gone through a lot, but you're standing strong together. I don't care if it's the beginning, the middle, or you've been together for many, many, many moons. You are hanging in there, and you trust and you love and support each other. And last but not least, let me read you the Super Attractor Manifestation message just for you for the month of June. And may I just say that I admire and love anybody that works and cares about another person, because it is a work in progress, and it just shows how giving of people you are, because you're willing to work and make that happen, you know, and then get the fringe benefits along with it. And you know what I'm saying. So your special message for the day is, and the month, is, each time I choose to tune into spirit, guidance of the highest truth shows up for me. Bam! There you go, Virgo and Aries. Stay strong. You are wonderful. You're with each other for a reason. So I don't believe it's a reason and a season. I think it's a long term, as long as you want it and you want to put the work into it. And congratulations. And do me a favor and take wonderful care of yourself. If you like this video, support me if you would, and push the subscribe button and the like and comment. And I greatly appreciate you. So be well. You are important. Until next time, bye for now.